Alrighty, so we're going to go through the Mandarin McDonald's Christmas Bash. So we're basically, there's going to be about 40 to 60 people there. Should be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm just going to walk you guys through our plan of action for today. We've got team leader Jess, Crystal, Amanda, Brian. So that means there's 4 teams. Kim's going to be basically just taking photos and she's going to be on the scoreboard. I'm going to be the game master, basically just explaining the games and just helping out wherever I need to with you guys. We've got obviously a list of stuff to bring. You guys don't have to bring anything. You guys are sweet. Just please do wear your M-Theory shirt. We want to always all be wearing our shirts. Cool. So 4 p.m. myself and Crystal will be down there 4 p.m. for setup and that. You guys obviously, you don't have to be there dead on 4. As long as you're there 15 minutes early, you're all good. The McDonald's crew are going to arrive obviously 4:30. They'll probably be there a little bit earlier. I'm sure they'll probably rock up maybe 10 minutes earlier or so. So that'll be good. Basically, as soon as they arrive, we're going to get them to sign the forms. So the first thing we have, each coach has a form. And you guys are going to get your teams to basically fill out the form. So we'll put them into teams first and then have them basically in their team fill out this form here. We want their email address as well because we can actually market to them after. Really cool because we're basically getting paid to acquire 60 leads, which is very rare that we do that. But yeah, we'll be able to basically email to them and send them specific offers to them, which is really cool. Awesome. So we've obviously coaches meet up, McDonald's arrive, where basically assign them to teams, and then from their teams we then basically get them to sign the form. This is a waiver, so it's very important we have to have them sign this. We then go into warm-up games. So we've got the tower game. I'm not sure if you guys have played this before, but we're going to have each team basically connect hands and create like a circle. One person is going to have a tea towel as like a tail, so shoved down their back pocket. The team has to then basically move together without breaking, and we're going to have a chaser. So the chaser's goal, so just one person from the team, their goal is to basically catch that towel and then rip it out. So we'll just spend basically 5 minutes doing this, just kind of get them warm, having a laugh, and getting their teams kind of, talking. Cool, that's the first thing we do. And then we do scarecrows. I'm not sure if you guys have played scarecrow before. Scarecrow is very basic. We're going to actually do team versus team. So we're going to have one team that's basically it, and the rest of them are basically going to be running amok in the area if they get tagged. So if obviously the team that's it gets tags one of the other teams, they have to go wide legs and then obviously wide arms and scarecrow. Then someone else can come and revive them and basically crawl under their legs to revive them. We'll literally give them like 2 minutes per team to see if they can get everyone out. And obviously this is highlighted red, as all the stuff that's highlighted red, basically it allows them to get points. Really cool. So scarecrow, if the team gets everyone out, basically they get a point for their team for the day. So this is like a big tournament that we're doing with them. We're going to have heaps of fun and just have a big laugh with them. So obviously we're going to have them collect points. The winning team as well, we're going to give them the month of Jan, obviously free to train in our gym with the Ultra that's coming out. So it's kind of a good way to get a good 10, 15 people in the door and just kind of have them, like if they're obviously serious about coming down as well, they're going to obviously come down for a consult and then obviously have them do that month trial where we can obviously get them signed up on the back end of that. Cool. So then we go to the ball games. We've got 4 ball games here. We've got tunnel ball. Tunnel ball is very basic. If you've never played tunnel ball before, the team lines up in one big line, and then the goal is to basically, so the team leader at the front rolls the ball down each player's legs, or they assist it down each player's legs. And then the person at the back grabs the ball at the back and then runs to the very front, and then rolls it down again, assisting each other. The team leader, so the one that starts with the ball, will be the runner. So the runner will basically have a marker that they have to run to. The reason why there's number 3 is we're going to basically do 3 games. They can acquire a point. So if the team wins, they get a point for each game. So obviously as they get better, there's more chance for other teams to kind of win. So a bit more practice. So 3 games of that. Leaderball, so if you guys haven't played leaderball before, you've got the team lined up, you've got a thrower at the very front facing the team. The thrower basically passes to the first person in front. The person in front puts the ball to the floor. basically runs around the thrower and then runs around the back of the team and then comes back to their position, throws the ball back to the thrower and then bobs down. So basically you go through every single person in the team. Then the last person is obviously getting the ball back to the thrower, and then the thrower will basically have to run to a marker once again, so we know clearly who wins. And once again, that's 3 games. So 3 games, very easy here. 3 games this one. Next game, we've got the pass-to-pass race. So the pass-to-pass race is, they basically, each team kind of going like a zigzag, and all we're doing here is having them pass the ball down the zigzag and then back up. And then once again, we'll have a designated runner that will run to the marker. So very easy games, guys. Very just fun games that they would have played at school as well. So that's the main thing we're wanting to do, is just have fun with them. I have coached, I think 1 or 2 of the McDonald's stores back a few years ago, and they're not going to be like exercise junkies and that. A lot of them wouldn't have done any sort of exercise and that as well. So we're just going to have fun with them and play some games. The next one's the ball underpass. So basically they line up in one line. Basically the first person passes are overhead, the second person passes are under the legs. They go over, under until they get to the back of the line. The person at the back of the line then runs to the front and they continue. The idea is for the team to basically gradually move up until they can pass the marker. Cool, so 3 games of that. If obviously we're low on time, I might cut some of the games down, but we'll just see how they go. That's obviously the over/under pass. Cool. We have obviously a break, so they can get some water in that. We're going to supply waters for the day. We're going to basically set up the tug of war while they're having a quick break in that, and then we'll have Team A versus Team B, Team C versus Team D, and the winners of those teams kind of then face off together. Then we've got 5:35, we've got bodyweight games, we've got suicide race. We're just going to have to see how they kind of go with this one. So there's basically 4 markers that are laid out, maybe like 5 meters from the next. From this here, basically they take it in turns. So the person that runs first goes to marker 1, then back to the start, marker 2, back to start, marker 3, back to start, marker 4, back to the start, and then tags the next person. So it's like a relay, and then the next person goes after that. Also got a piggy in the middle race. So basically what happens here is they form a circle. They have 1 team member that's basically within the middle. The idea here is they have to basically run a distance connected with their piggy in the middle still. Usually the piggy picks up a marker in that. We may just keep it pretty basic and just have them run a distance with the person in the middle. We'll see how that goes. The second last game is called Steal. So Steal is very, very basic. They got markers in the middle of the field. Each basically team is broken off into pairs. So what happens here is partner A, partner B. Partner A runs out and basically steals a marker, runs back to partner B, puts it in their home base, and then basically they then alternate. And partner B goes, steals a marker, and goes back. They start by stealing in the middle, and then once they're obviously stolen from the middle, they can then start to steal from other teams as well. What we're going to have, so obviously they're in pairs, they're still going to work to try and obviously have as many markers as they possible for their team of the day. And obviously the team with the most markers gets obviously the win for that one. That'll be a pretty quick game, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes or so. We can speed up at the end as well, like the last minute we basically say everyone runs, and then everyone can start running and stealing. But yeah, so that's our second last game. Last game is called Bucket Ball. So very, very basic. Bucket Ball it's essentially like basketball without the bouncing. So we've got like a netball that they're going to use. They're going to basically, the idea is to get the netball into their bucket, their team bucket. We're going to have Team A versus Team B. So basically they'll verse each other first for 4-minute rounds, and then the highest scoring team basically will go into like a final. So Team A versus Team B, then Team C versus Team D, and the 2 winning teams will then face off together as like the big finish for the day. So we've basically been booked for an hour and a half. So it's 4:30 till 6. They're going to have like a barbecue after. But yeah, that's our plan for today, guys. That's our plan for the entire event. Any questions, just give us a shout out as well. Obviously, we're going to be there at 4 o'clock as well. So if you want us to run through this again, we'll run through it again, which obviously we're better off doing that just so you guys are all prepared. Your role as team leader is just to explain the games, obviously, to the group. I will do this as well to everyone, but there's going to be some teams that just don't understand it. So obviously we're just going to have you guys there to explain it to them further. You're going to motivate them, and just kind of push them to obviously do their best in that as well, and just have fun. And obviously watch out for any injuries as well. Awesome, guys, and wicked. Look forward to sending you guys Savo. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of fun with it. All good. I'll catch you guys. See you real soon.